Hello everyone, it's me, Nancy Finch, doing another Tea with Nan at 12 o'clock on a Monday. Welcome. Sunny out there and breezy and beautiful. We've got a bit of rain as well, which is nice. So today I've got my lovely cup that one of my friends gave me. Really beautiful cup. It's got loads of different affirmations on. I know you can't really see them because they're the wrong way around. But I like and accept myself. I love my path. I have a belonging. I am becoming, more confident every day. I appreciate all that I am, etc. This is a lovely way to start your day, don't you think? You know, a cup full of affirmations. I think that's lovely. And being so dyslexic, I don't always read them the right way round. But it's a lovely cup because I could sit and look at it and think, yeah, I'll have some of that today, especially for a Monday. So someone's already joined us. Hello, whoever you are. I'm going to send you a nice Monday hug. So it's a good way to start the week with positive words, isn't it? That's why I chose this cup today, because I can sit, as I say, look at it and take in those concepts and feel perhaps I want to have some of that or this. Hi Ellen, lovely to see you, darling. Happy Monday to you. And Val. Oh, love to stay, but having a working lunch. Oh, bless you, Val. That's okay. Listen to it later. It's all right. It's good for you to start the week with positive words, isn't it? Hi, Julie. Lovely to see you, darling. Thank you for joining us. Hope you're well. Yes, I am. I'm very well. I wasn't a couple of weeks back. I had a really nasty fall and hurt myself. But today's talk is all about how I did lots of things to help myself feel better and to get myself back to full health. And today's talk is all about water bottle labels. And so I've got it written down there, but some people who know me would know already about the water bottle labels. Now, many years ago, it was quite a few years ago, it's got to be over 10 years ago, I was suffering a very painful stomach pain. This is just an example of how to use this. So this is how I discovered it. This is how I invented what I'm about to tell you now, and used it on myself and my clients. Life students love it as well. So it's all very good. So go back to that story. Okay, so I was in agony. I was really in pain, and being a Reiki master, I like to work on myself. But you think, you know, that wasn't working. Hi, Kev. Lovely that you joined us, darling. So happy Monday to you. So basically, the water bottle labels are all about how I had to find something to help me when I was in absolute agony with my tummy years back. I was in such pain that it was measuring 9 out of 10 most of the day on intensity. And so I went to the doctor. In the end, I had to go to the doctor. Oh, hi, Dave. Thank you, David, for joining us. I can just see your macabre light bodies there. It's very tiny on my screen. Anyway, happy Monday to you, sweet. So anyway, I went to the doctor. I don't normally go to the doctor. And I thought, right. He said, okay, I'll give you something for it, maybe antacids and things like that. And nothing seemed to work. So he called me back the next week and he said, okay, we're going to need to do a blood test. And the blood test will test for more serious conditions. And of course, we're all worried about those, aren't we, when they say that? So anyway, all I could do, because I was in such pain, I couldn't really do the work on myself that I wanted to. The only thing I did was I got myself my bottle of water. And at the time, I put this, okay, I put good health on the bottle of water. There is something written underneath it that I'm going to share in a minute. But this is what I put on, good health. Now, I just put that, I nearly dropped it. So I put that on the label, and all I had to do was to focus on good health. Now, good health for me at that time meant that I was going to be better in my tummy, that all the pain would go away and everything would be okay. And I was always fearing the worst. I was the world's worst worrier. I really was. So, oh, hi, Annie. Nice that you're here. Happy Monday to you. So there I was, worried about I could have any major condition. And all I kept doing, even though I was worried, even though I was feeling I don't need this right now, what could happen in the future? I was very uncertain and very insecure at the time. And all I kept doing is drinking this water with good health on it. And good health meant that pain had gone and that I was the best I could be. So I carried on doing that, as that was the only thing I could focus on at the time. And the doctor said, right, we're going to take a blood test, as I said. And so as soon as he arranged for the nurse to do that, I was in a lot of pain, like I said. But the really strange thing is that when the nurse took the blood from me, the very moment the needle left my arm, all of the pain disappeared. I thought, that's amazing. What's this about? Oh, hi, Ron. Nice you joined us. What is this about? How does that happen? Well, I realised after many years of working with my guides, etc., that if something happens to me, normally I'm like a template of understanding an exercise that I'm just about to invent something that's going to help other people. So when that happened to me and I realised all the pain is gone, then it must be something to do with what I'm doing. And the result must be a positive one, because all the pain had gone for no reason at all. So, of course, I had to get myself to that point of that blood test. So the glory of this is when I went back the next week. Oh, hi, Tracy. Oh, it's lovely. I'm glad you joined us, darling. Thank you. Happy Monday to you. So the doctor called me back the next week to discuss the blood test that I was worried about. And he sat me down and he said, sit down. And I'm thinking, oh, here we go. Bad news. And he said, we were testing for inflammation in your blood. And what we were testing for, you know, like if you had, say, for instance, I'll explain it. He said, if you had a sore throat, your measurement on that test would be 20. That's the inflammation level. If you had an illness, it would be 50. And if you had cancer or anything like that, it would be 80 plus. So I'm thinking, oh, here we go. He said, guess what your number is? I said, go on then. He said 0.1. He said, nobody's 0.1. Get out of here. He was aware. All the doctors I've ever dealt with have been very understanding of my work and how I feel about the body can heal itself, etc., with intention. And yeah, hi, Ron. It's nice to see you, darling. So he said, what did you do? Because he knows I'm a Reiki master. I could have fixed myself. He said, what did you do? I said, well, all I did was put good health on a water bottle label. And my subconscious mind, which, as we know, is a huge amount of our minds, took that instruction. My body listened and it started to fix itself. And so, of course, the blood test came back absolutely fine. But the whole bigger picture is I was meant to have that experience, to share this with you, and to also help other clients from that time on. So I got them. This isn't just about health. This could be anything. And we're going to be talking about more of that in a minute. But it was a good example, wasn't it? So, okay. So what I did is I told all my clients to book. I know this is probably the wrong way round. It says good health 0.1. So I told the story to all of my clients. And I said to the ones that were especially ill, you know, with ill health or very serious conditions, actually. I will tell you a little story about that. But basically, I got them to practice this. I mean, it couldn't hurt, could it? So I'm thinking of two old gentlemen that had prostate cancer. And I'm not guaranteeing this is going to work for everybody. This is my disclaimer. But it can have a positive effect on your body. You can see that result. Not everyone will, but most people I've taught this to have. That's probably the best way of saying it. So this lovely two old gentlemen, brothers, they both had prostate cancer. And one of them told me his number was 180, I think it was, really high. And the other one wasn't far behind. So I taught them this. And I said, right, just keep drinking the water. Just keep telling your brain, your mind, that you are now 0.1. Remember, if it was under 80, it would be a good result, wouldn't it? So he could maintain his well-being amongst that, or while he was experiencing that condition. So they both did it. And they were having a bit of a competition who could get their numbers down. We watched over a period of time, short time, that their numbers gradually decreased. And one brother said, I'm 0.5. The other one said, I'm 0.3. How wonderful that was to see them both feeling good, even though they were both very ill. So they were feeling good around that. The inflammation level was good. So, and they were amazed at it. They thought it was great. And I actually had the the visual thing. They gave me a document with all the different numbers as it went down. I thought, that's fantastic. That's good evidence for me to share with you, that these things can be measured and you can feel better amongst whatever you're feeling. So we've done that with physical, haven't we? We've talked about physical. And of course, when I fell over last week, a week before, Wednesday, when I fell over and really hurt my back, I really winded myself. I got concussion as well. I was thinking, I thought I'd broken ribs and everything. I referenced this last week. But what I did is I kept thinking 0.1 good health. I feel so much better, so much. But what it is these molecules in the water change with your thoughts. Now, most people that know Masaru Emoto, back there behind me, look him up, Masaruemoto. Masaru Emoto. Most people would want some evidence. Go there for evidence. He will show you how your molecules, the water molecules and yours can change with thought. They can expand to a six-sided shape or be very constricted, like a microwave meal. So I've already changed the molecules in that bottle of water just by looking at it and feeling good health. Now, the only evidence, as I say, is to go there and it shows it in frozen form. But this is what I'm drinking. And even if you didn't believe in that, or you had no chance to convince yourself of it, then just by the placebo effect would work as well, wouldn't it? So you're just setting that intention. I'm having really low inflammation in my body. That means that pain can't really live there, can it? Or conditions, serious conditions can't really harbour in your body if you're 0.1. And I've seen this over and over again with different people that have had all different kinds of conditions. So it's nice to see people with major conditions feel so much better. You know, go on cruises, go dancing, have more of their life that they were used to. So I did this, just reminding myself, because I hadn't done it for a while, and I felt amazing. And I felt awake, and I felt the solutions to life were just much easier to attain because my mind was clearer. I wasn't so worried. I felt more energy. So I'm not saying it's going to work for every condition, but it can't hurt to give that intention, can it? To put that out there to yourself, you know, to acknowledge that you could have, even though you've had ABC, that your conditions are, you know, things maybe you've had them for a long time, you can still. Oh, Kevin says, unfortunately, 0.1 appears as 1. Now, I know it does. Yeah, 1.0 on the screen because of the Facebook flip. Yeah, that's why I said it was the wrong way round. So you're looking at it here and it says 1.0, but it's not. It's 0.1. So, okay, reverse that. Like I said earlier, reverse it and put it on a piece of paper. Put it on a bottle. Put it on a jug, or put it underneath the jug. That would still work, by the way. Can't work on a see-through bottle. Oh, can it work? Sorry, I couldn't read that there. So yes, it can work on a bottle that isn't see-through. You can have a normal bottle. I almost brought my other bottle out to show you. A normal bottle, you can put it on that. You can sellotape it on, you can put it underneath. I used to have a bank manager locally and she showed all her staff how to do this, and all of their little bottled water, you know, see-through or not, had little labels on whatever they wanted. So I've only focused on 0.1 good health, but you could have any number of things. You could have, if you had an illness, you could have, as I say, 0.1 good health. Is that just tap water? Oh, Tracy, good point. I've got filtered water, but you could use tap water as well. If that's all you have, the molecules will still change. You can test that out if you want to, before I go back to my list here. If you had a bottle of water with the label on underneath or on it, whether it's a see-through or not, or a cup of water, anything, doesn't matter. So you've got that on there and you've got that 0.1 or whatever else we're going to be talking about here under that cup or that jug or whatever. And you've got another similar vessel thing with water in that you haven't put anything in. You might want to try, after about 5 minutes, taste the water that's got the water bottle label on and taste the water that hasn't. That will be your evidence to show you that something's changed. On the one that you've changed here, the molecules, you are going to be it's probably going to taste smoother. It's going to taste more like a water milkshake. It's a really nice feeling when you drink this water. This water just tastes like water, even if it's filtered. And so I do this experiment quite a lot with my Reiki students, and they love to see the evidence very quickly. You can see that and feel that. If you can taste it, maybe you can believe in it to change your body. It can't hurt to do it. So yes, put it on, put whatever you want on a label. Put it on your bottle of water or your jug of water, or underneath on a piece of paper if you don't want to put it on it. Or you can just think it in. Now, the reason why it's on there is to remind you as an advert to do this, to actually focus on those words, that intention that you want, because intention and words are very, very powerful. They're powerful on our physical self, our emotional self, our spiritual self, and the law of attraction. If we keep focusing on what we want, not what we don't want, then we are going to attract more of that into our lives. So if you keep focusing on good health, you're more likely to attract more good health. If you're focused on something you don't want, unfortunately, that's where our energy goes. And I talk about that in the Blue Pig, Pink Pig talk I did quite a while ago. I haven't referenced it here, but you can find it on my talks or my website, www.nancyfinch.co.uk. So what I'm going to suggest here now is that, yes, you can put them on your bottle. Do it for as long as you can. See the result. You know, measure it. Come back to me and maybe email me on nancyfinch@hotmail.co.uk. But what else can we use it for? Well, supposing you thought you're okay, I'm actually quite healthy, plodding along. Is there anything else you want? Have a think about it. What else do you want? What do you need? What would you like today? Julie's saying it's interesting. I tell you what, you're going to love it. If you put a water bottle label on with whatever you want, whatever you feel you need today, Julie. 0.1 good health was just an idea, but that's a powerful one that worked for me and has worked for lots of other people. But you could also put the opposite of an illness. You could put a condition that you have, you could put the opposite of that, so it's all gone. So I am healthy and well from that condition. You could put again, good health. You could put, if you couldn't sleep, you could have one for nighttime, couldn't you? Thanks for the hearts. You could have, oh, thank you, Annie. Yes, have a listen to it later. If you couldn't sleep, you could have a bottle of water. I've got water by my bed, always have water at night to drink. And you could have, if you have trouble sleeping, you might put good, healthy sleep or sleep well. That would be nice, wouldn't it? Sleep well on the bottle. And your well bit might be that you set the intention to wake up at a certain time, and in that time you have a really good sleep. That's your sleep well intention. You might have that, and that would be good. Hi Dave, lovely to see you, darling. That's lovely you're on here. So you'd put that maybe to drink at night, or think it. You know, when I wake up in the middle of the night, if I don't happen to have a water bottle label on it, I simply think something, the first thing that comes to mind might be happiness, love, support, anything, whatever. I pick a couple of things as I'm drinking the water. I'm choosing a couple of positive things to swallow down with it as an intention. And it's become such a habit now that I can never drink water without having some intention, some good intention that first springs to mind. So you haven't got to overthink this. You can think, what do I need? Do I need wisdom? Do I need security? Do I need abundance? Do I need wealth? Doesn't matter what you are focused on. It's all positive. Do I need peace of mind, love, comfort, power, energy? What do I need today? You could put a couple of things on, probably not more than 3 concepts, because your mind gets a bit busy with all of that. If you could just perhaps 1 or 2 things, or 3 like I suggest. What do you need? You need happiness. Happiness is one of the strongest words you can use on your body to make it really vibrate with good health. David Hamilton, Dr. David Hamilton would show that if you go onto his site and look up the watercress experiment. I'm sure that will be on there. And if not, there's other evidence on there from him. He's a scientist. He can prove this. And so, do you want more sleep? Do you want peace of mind? Do you want comfort, love, support? Do you want romance, some of you? You know, you can order this by the law of attraction just by focusing on it. So if this works in many ways, it works directly on your body's positive energy in your body. It helps to vibrate more energy in these chakra areas that I talk about quite a lot. It certainly helps in the purple area because you're being mindful. That's your crown chakra. And I find it helps on here as well, your inner child awareness. You are, the blue area here, the throat chakra, as you're identifying what you need and you're giving yourself that in a form that you can read and attach yourself to and be focused on, that is where you're going to intend that energy that you have within you to fix you or to heal you or to bring that to you by the law of attraction. And so you're a win-win situation just by focusing on what you want, not what you don't want. So think about it. Do you need support? Do you need spiritual awakening? Do you need peace of mind? Do you need trust? Maybe you need trust. Hi, Zanika. Lovely you're here, sweet. I haven't seen you for a long time. So think about it. What do you need? And be objective. Don't judge that need. Don't think, oh, I shouldn't need that. Oh, I thought I was over that. Don't judge it. Put it on a little label and think, I'm drinking that. And each word, each concept that you put on there has a different effect on each of those areas. So for instance, if you had trust, that would be the crown chakra, this one, and the base. They all resonate with trust, I've found over the few years I've been using this and being aware of. Forgiveness. Maybe you need forgiveness to give yourself peace of mind, or maybe forgiving yourself. That would resonate with the green area here. Energy might be the yellow area here. This is quite a powerhouse. Self-support would be the blue here. Wisdom, crown again. Security down here, safety. What is it you need? Have a think about it, because whatever positive word you need or want or desire is going to have an effect on here, on these areas. So you're winning because you're focused on it. You're a winner because you're changing that inside you. And because you're focused on it, you're making a very strong intention with the energy of your words and focus. So you can enjoy that and maybe try it for a week. Try it today. And if you don't want to put a label on, in case everybody else sees it, it's quite good fun to explain though. Just point them my way. If you want to, if you don't want to put a label on, have a label that you can remember. You know, perhaps write it on your phone. Perhaps a little on your notes. I'm drinking this today. And you don't have to have it on the bottle if you don't want to, but you must think it as you drink it. Think as you drink. So that brings me to the connecting Nan Talks and the Tea with Nans on my website. The Nan Talk I'm thinking of, I'm keeping it really simple, is the blue section. So you click on that, you go onto my website, Nan Talks, blue section here, throat chakra, and it's on the 28th of the 8th, 21. Think as you drink supports this beautifully. I go on about things, the same sort of things actually, but it goes nicely because everything's a different expression, isn't it? In 21, I might have said it differently, but have a look at that if you want to. One of the things I really like is the water ceremony that I made up many, many years ago for myself. Now, the water ceremony has been going on. Mitsuru Emoto used to do that. Other people all over the world do water ceremonies because water is very powerful at connecting to your own energy and changing you. So I've been doing this, as I say, for a long time. I didn't know they were doing it until I met them all. Oh, so good. Anyway, so that water ceremony one, Tea with Nan I'm talking about, is on the 8th of the 8th, 22. And so how I work with that is, supposing I've got my bottle of water with whatever I've got on the label, I could also, in the morning, when I take the water on my face, cold water, and I take in a concept, it might be what I've put on the bottle. So then you're reinforcing it with more water. And the water ceremony is a really nice way of doing it. And you can change that every day if you want to. So I do explain how to use it and how I use it. The 8th of the 8th, 22, that's on the Tea with Nans. That's what we're doing here today, the informal ones. Of course, it's on YouTube as well. So those are two, water ceremony and think as you drink, that support what I'm talking about today. Because you're focused on what you want, not what you don't want. You're more likely to have that change. And if you want to try the experiment that I said, put a water bottle label on this whatever vessel you want. It could be see-through or not. Put it on so you're mindful. You're already, just by thinking that, you're changing the molecules in that bottle. You know, more research goes, just look up the science. You're changing that. The intention is there. Taste that and taste the one you haven't got any labels on. That'd be an interesting thing for you to play with. Come back to me maybe next week. Tell me how you are with that. Tell me if something got better. It certainly can't get worse, can it? This is always, everything I teach on here is always about positive outcomes. And that is my intention. If you use this, I know it's worked for me and it's worked for many other people, that I've given this to many other students. And as I say, it doesn't, there's a disclaimer saying it doesn't work for everybody. It's maybe somewhere in the back of our minds we might not fully engage with this, or might not, there might be other reasons why. Do what you can with the conscious brain that you have. So your consciousness is listening. Maybe use that. I'm going to consciously think of this I'm putting on my label, and I'm going to enjoy what that does to my body, my mind, and the law of attraction, because it's going to bring more of what I'm focused on. So have a little play with that, guys. It's for the whole week. And tell me how you feel. Think about what's missing in your life. What would you need today? And you can change your labels. You know, you can change the label every day if you want. I tend to keep mine on for a while, and then once that condition's better or I feel better in that emotional area, then I tend to change it. But you can do whatever suits you. If you want both, if you want physical and emotional, put both on. So have a little play with that. Let me know how you feel. Next week, I think I'm going to be talking about laughter, because we don't laugh enough. And I'm going to talk about that. I'm sure it's going to be a good one. I might find some good jokes to make you laugh as well. Oh, quite often we are quite the joke, aren't we? Sometimes we laugh at ourselves, and that can be good too. So I'll be talking about that next week, so join me. Lots going on for everybody at the moment, but spend some time focusing on what you want, not what you don't want. You are worth this. You're worth the investment of that label on the bottle. Or it does work with other fluids as well, like tea and stuff, but I prefer you use water, because water is a pure thing, you know, and I think it shows, it's just, for me, it feels better just to use the water. But you might try it with other things as well that you drink. Doesn't matter really, because the intention is there, and I'm sure that's going to have an effect, a positive effect anyway. But certainly try the water and do that experiment I showed you earlier. Lovely. Okay. Share this with other people. You never know if it's going to be the difference they needed today. It's a good way to start the week. Share it with others. And I'll be doing lots of workshops coming up, so I will be putting that on my Facebook, on my Facebook page. Nancy Finch St Austell. Oh, Julie says, thank you, Nancy. Oh, that's so nice of you, darling. And I got kisses too. Big hugs to you, and big hugs to you too, Tracy. I love the way you join me here, because it makes my day if I can make your day, and that's my intention. So I will keep you informed of what I'm up to. Maybe there's workshops you might want to attend locally. I've got lots of things I'm working on, new things, so I shall keep you informed. But I'm planning to keep these tea bananas going as long as I can. So please share this with everybody, and you have a good week as well, Tracy. Thank you for that. Lots of love to all of you. Namaste hugs, and keep your emotional balloon high. Find any way you can to do that, but have a go at the water bottle labels. You're going to love how you feel. Take care, everybody. Lots of love. Bye.